Trainer tip today is about motivation. So how you can be motivated and stay motivated to move forward and achieve your goals. The first thing you want to try and do is build in some little reward systems at the start of your day. So as soon as you wake up, if you have a routine that sort of gets you in that mindset that you're achieving some goal, whether it's you make your bed or you just get out of bed or your carer wakes you up and helps you out of bed and you go and have a shower. The thing I like to use is trying to get most of my exercise done in the morning. Normally you find that you don't get interrupted by other things, other responsibilities. People just aren't awake or they don't feel comfortable contacting someone at 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning. So you can wake up at that time and you can get whatever you need to get done. So another benefit of doing any of those tasks or having those routines in the morning is that you start to build a lot more momentum early. It makes it easier to roll into more goals or things that you want to achieve during the day. So the other thing that might impede people in being and staying motivated or achieving goals is they get disheartened or they don't start. Think about your routine and how it's going to motivate you every day. Every day, you're going to wake up with your routine. You're going to be motivated. I'm telling you already, you're already motivated. All you have to do is start. But in all seriousness, starting is probably the hardest part. And most people think that they're going to find motivation and then that's going to help them start. But almost everyone who has ever hit a goal or has ever started something and achieved something they didn't think they could, they normally just start. I've always found being consistent is the best, but also bringing it back to something that's achievable. So what can you achieve on a weekly basis? Can you come in and do 2 sessions in the gym and then do 3 walks during the week, walk the dog twice and then walk with your kids once? Is there something that you can build into that routine that makes it a little bit easier? Instead of trying to tackle bigger goals, can you break it down? And I always use an analogy of it's like a staircase. So even if your goals are large and it's a giant step that you'd never be able to take in one step, unless you're a giant, you build smaller stairs to make a staircase to get up that one big stair, or that one big goal is made up with sometimes hundreds or thousands of smaller goals. And then if you can break those smaller goals down into daily routines or daily tasks that are going to help you improve, and that makes everything so much easier. So each day you're just ticking those things off and then eventually it just becomes a habit and a routine, and eventually you do achieve that big goal. And then you can reassess, move up to the next step, reassess, move up to the next step. And it's just layers on layers on layers, like on repetition. Clinically, we look at SMART goals, so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time orientated. So you can break down anything into those categories and give yourself a way that you can measure your goal. You can work towards it more easily if you have a better idea of what you actually want to achieve. And then if you don't achieve it, you can adjust it. So if you didn't hit your time frame, you can extend the time frame. Or if you didn't hit the 10 reps, you can hit 8 reps. And so next time you change the goal. Talking about not being able to start. So if you wake up in the morning and you do feel terrible and you're just like, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to come to strides, I just feel like I can't do anything today, I'm not feeling it. That's when your routine, those passive habits that you have, might be able to align yourself more with your goals. It might give you time to reflect and actually, all I have to do is turn up and I can come see my friends today. All I'll be doing is some standing. I can talk to them about having a stretch. I can take things a bit easier today. But if you turn up and you still come and do that session because of your habits, you're going to be so far ahead than if you had just stayed at home and done nothing. So another thing that you can do that's going to really help be motivated and stay motivated is building like a comfort zone or building a safety net. You can do the same thing with the community. So say at Strides, you have the same trainers here. You have the same sort of setup. You can find that comfort within people or within your gym, within your community. You can find that safety net and you can always adjust things. You can talk to anyone and make your session easier. Like saying before, you can just have a stretch. You can just do some weight bearing. You don't have to do the most difficult session every time. But if you're coming in and you're doing those reps, you're going to achieve those goals. So that can be something that you can stay motivated knowing that you don't have to have your best day every day. All in all, really, if you can reflect and think about what you want to achieve and how you can sort of work towards achieving that, or talk to one of our staff about how you might be able to achieve your goals or a structured way to get there, that's probably going to be your best tool to move forward and achieve those goals. Talk to some of the other clients we have and how they've gotten there. Talk to someone who's done it. Talk to one of our trainers and our coaches of how we get there ourselves. There's always different tools and tactics you can use to get and then keep that motivation. So let us know what you like to do or what your little silly habits are. And yeah, that's it. Motivation. Be motivated.